If you wanna be my friend, you'd better go and get a pen. Maybe we can keep in touch.
You get that breath.
Did in the old days, it wasn't so long ago. And I wish you well. Oh, sign your man bow.
We had our birthday, but we are officially the age that it a kid like loves saying. I'm 5.
Yeah, we're entering year 5.
No, we've hit 5.
We're
entering year 6. Yeah,
so we're 6 years old.
This is our 6th year. We've had 5 birthdays.
So we're now 6 years old, or we say we are 5 years old.
Oh God, I imagine you and Jordan around Elliot's birthday with you being like, just tell me what she is.
This is me in an escape room. But Daniel, are we 6?
When you're born,
or are we 5, dude?
When you're born, we still have to do that. When you're born, you're starting your first year.
Yeah. So
then you have your first birthday.
So we're 5.
And begin your second year.
We're 5.
Yeah.
Lissa, you were wrong. It turns out we're 5. Make people think Lissa debated it earlier. Earlier, Lissa said we were 6, and that's why I said that. We're 5. We're 5.
The weird thing is, though,
I always thought we were 5.
I think with time, when someone goes, we're in the 11 o'clock hour, that means after 11, even though the 11th, well, I guess 11 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
But if you're in the 11th hour, that would be between 10 and 11.
No.
What? Yeah.
The 11th
noon
hour
is 0.
between 11 and
noon.
and 0.
Noon.
But noon is 0.
Yeah, so being
So
in the
after
11th,
1, at 1:30, you're in the second hour of the day.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Because noon to 1 was 1 hour.
Listen, we've done this before.
we have?
Oh, you are right.
No, not the hours part, the years part.
This
and
is Daniel's
hate
flat earth.
this.
If he was right. Why? What's wrong with it?
Oh my God, it
Wait,
stresses
is he
me out
wrong?
so much.
Is he wrong?
No, I don't know that he's wrong. It's just annoying.
The first hour of the
to
day
me.
is noon to 1. The second hour of the day is 1 to 2.
Well, not noon to midnight.
Well, we can go midnight if you want. It doesn't make a diff.
Wait,
you're a military kid, so fine, we'll do it your way.
0 to 1.
And by military kid, I mean not raised in the military, but his time on his phone, his military time.
My phone time was raised in the military.
It moves around a lot.
It moved around a lot as a child.
That's such a great
So
dumb
what-
joke. My phone's on military time. It moved around a lot as a child.
So then what is 1:30? Is that the second hour of the day?
You're in the second hour of the day.
But
you're in the 1 o'clock hour. But you're in the second, because it's the 1 o'clock hour, because it's 1 to 1:59.
Yeah.
But it's the second hour of the day.
I think Daniel poses a really interesting question here.
Sometimes we don't need letters.
I don't even
But I bet we're going to get them after this conversation.
we still have letters today. Guys, don't go anywhere. We still have letters.
We're 5.
Here's the big thing, though, that I think needs to be made clear is the show just turned 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's in its sixth year.
Interesting.
But that
right?
was the 4th anniversary.
No.
Yes.
Crazy. Then we couldn't have turned 5. We'd be 4.
Wait. So the first year we're 1, second year we're 2, third year 3, fourth year.
The only times I want Lissa to have a camera
is that moment when she has to concede.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because winning feels good.
Oh, especially with her, because she always knows way more than we do.
Yeah, she crumbles. Lissa goes
Devastated.
Oh, these idiots.
Yeah.
I lost to these.
Put it down. Put it down, Lissa.
It does make
Put it
sense.
down.
Like, to lose to us is kind of like, oh, fuck,
Right.
I lost to these guys.
And by put it down,
I
I
get it.
mean a bowl of pasta, because that's how she punishes herself.
Yeah, and she goes, I'm going to eat so
Right,
many
and I hate
noodles. Plain noodles?
Butter, like a butter noodle?
Butter noodles
like
are
a
fine.
5-year-old?
Like a little kid.
Like a
like
5-year-old?
Yeah, like a 5-year-old.
No.
Interesting.
That's almost.
That is very, because remember her whole, it's
alien,
tomato
right?
sauce.
It's
remember
alien.
that?
I
No,
didn't
no,
say
she
it was
didn't say
tomato
that.
sauce.
Who is that?
Rebecca said it was
Young,
tomato sauce.
is that right?
Yeah.
Rebecca Young wrote us and said she wanted. This is we've never just gone to like. Rebecca Young wrote a letter that was one sentence, and we said, "Are we sure it's not just the tomato sauce she doesn't like?" So technically, this episode, you guys got lucky. You got 3
Right.
letters.
Wow.
You guys just got 3 letters in this
Well,
episode.
we talked about it somewhere else, though. We're not.
But I don't think that came up.
That
but
hasn't come up
you want to
yet.
confirm for Rebecca and anyone else with Rebecca's same
Rebecca,
inquiry.
thank you so much for asking. it's not just tomato sauce. Also, because I like ketchup. I like pico de gallo. I love a salsa. So it isn't that.
It's oregano.
Oregano could be tied to all of this.
God,
certainly.
I mean, just the bite of a good pasta.
Do you like
manicotti?
But do you like?
Wait, did we both do that? We both did the same thing with different intent.
Totally different intention.
And I'm like, I love it. She was like when
you're
barf.
It's like when you're reading a script and you're like, how sigh? Like, what is the sigh? Is it like, oh, you touched me just right, or is it like, get away from me?
Is it like, or is it like, And they're like, yeah, no, the second one. Like, I did them both the same.
Yeah. Now just do one for yourself.
Wait, what do you not like about manicotti? The cheese?
It's a variation on a theme.
Yeah.
Love manicotti.
So wait, do you?
But you don't like. You don't like noodles. You don't like the bite.
What about meat?
But you do like Chinese noodles. Chinese
love
food.
them.
Noodles.
I've been
Jewish.
on a.
So it isn't.
I've been on a.
Jewish.
So it isn't pasta. It's something else.
It's anti-Italian.
But also, I don't.
People.
But
She's anti-Italian.
I don't tend to go for noodles with Chinese food necessarily. I will say that I fuck with pad see ew.
You're more rice.
Thai food style so
ramen?
hard.
But if you're going,
I love ramen.
Chinese food, you're gonna go.
know
You
this.
want rice.
Yeah.
You want rice to be the
Okay,
complementary.
one more.
Like a little bit of rice.
One more
I
follow-up,
really like protein
and
and
then let's go.
veggies.
Okay.
Do you like a meatball sub?
No, but I don't eat beef and pork and stuff. So
Okay.
that wouldn't do it for me.
I was just wondering with the sauce and it's sort of like.
But also
baked
the
pasta.
bread is my least favorite part of a sandwich. I'm sorry.
We have to go now. We can't stay here anymore.
No.
So sorry.
She leaves. We stay. She leaves. Folks, I'm glad we gave you a little appetizer letter right
Literally.
there. Because we actually
Unless
have to
you're
take a
Lissa.
break right now because Daniel and I have to reset. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to those letters, but we'll do it right after these messages. Still reeling.
Oh,
Still
geez, I was ready
so
to go.
angry. Still angry. And
Ready?
guys, we'll pull the curtain
Push
back.
through.
There was zero time between me sending you to the messages and where we're currently at. We just edited in those messages.
Right.
And they're called advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
But shall we? Let's go to the letters! My worst part of cereal is the milk.
I have a question for you.
You know what I
you
hate
first.
about ice cream? The temperature.
Some people do. Some people soup it out. Some people do soup it out. They want room temp IC.
Yeah, Lissa does.
My friend Blake microwaves his ice cream.
No.
That's
No.
wild. That's wild. What is he, Guy Fieri?
Guy Fieri.
Hey, does this count as drip?
Folks, we got some sweet drip.
Does it count as drip?
You guys,
I will say this.
this is drip.
We won't make it.
This is fucking drip right here.
If we make
I'm
it,
holding drip.
if we make it to our 10th anniversary, which I don't see that happening, but if we did, we do gold ones.
Gold drip. Gold
But
drip.
does this count as drip?
This is drip.
Drip's anything extra that makes you look good, right?
I'm holding drip.
And yeah.
Drip can be anything.
I love if you're only
This
listening,
is
if you're not
drip.
part of the Friday Watch crew, you might know what we're talking about.
Guys, not identical.
Look at that.
Not
That
identical,
is-
but you now get it.
That
you get
is
the color
it.
choice.
When people write to us to our personal emails that they've figured out and say fire her for her food choices, you got to remember she does this too.
You gotta remember.
Whoa, where'd it go? Rory, put it on the chair too.
Dude, that's like that scene in Predator.
Dude, how
that's
fun is
Arnold.
that? That's Predator.
That's Arnold in Predator,
That's
dude.
Predator.
When he's the mud.
Guys, that's
When
Predator.
he's the mud.
Everyone, if you're not in the Friday Watch crew, I mean, welcome,
Yeah.
I guess, but you're missing a lot of details. You're missing a lot.
And there's
also, we bought these cameras, guys. Watch the goddamn thing.
There's people not in the Friday Watch crew that totally get the reference but don't know how it's being applied.
Yeah, they're like, I guess Friday I find out. Folks,
That was so well done.
these say pal
Good
strong
job,
if you don't
Liz.
already
Way to
know.
redeem yourself.
Hashtag grow the
The
show.
show.
These we have already announced this, but just in case you missed it, these are available on our Instagram page. There's a link. You can go and buy it. I
Yep.
believe they are $6.
Yep.
and
That'll get it to
they,
you.
If you
Right,
if
Liz?
you're a
That's
fan
all,
of this
that's
show,
all in.
All in.
if
All
you're a
in.
fan of this show, you know that we've talked about
Shipping
the
only.
Livestrong bracelets. These are essentially the Livestrong bracelets, Pen Pals edition. So we're bringing these back. We're bringing Livestrong back, but instead of yellow, it's teal, and instead of Lance Armstrong, it's Daniel Scovel and Rory Van Kirk.
Yep. And so, we get letters and people go, I want to grow the show.
I want to grow the show.
How do I do it? Now, somebody's going to go, what's that mean?
What's that
for?
mean?
You're
and
in.
you go, one, it's my religion called Pen Pals.
RRGT F2F cult that I'm in.
Pal Strong, hashtag grow the show. So there you go. All right, let's get into
Okay, you go.
this little biscuit. These are some handies. That didn't sound right. But yeah, I think you know what I mean.
But if you're in the Friday Watch crew, you know what that means.
Watch crew, you know I'm getting a HJ right now.
That's our only fan.
Even this envelope is made from a piece of paper, and I love that so much. You know why?
It's really well
it feels
done.
like middle school and someone passed you a note, and that always just feels very like
This letter
just feels good.
was handed to me, and then
On
sometimes
June
you're like,
5th.
I'll put it here. It went with me in my backpack all the way for
lot of
a
places.
month. Houston, New Orleans, Illinois, Chicago would be that, Rochelle, obviously, and the cabin, until eventually I brought it back here.
This
It
letter was
traveled
on
with me,
military time.
like a little flat Stanley.
Dear Daniel and Rory. Oh, well, it seems like it's garbage to me.
Oh, you don't love it anymore?
Nah, 6/5/23, folks. That's when this is a month ago. Yes, the name order was an active choice. I bought tickets to Rory's Portland show and now can't make the rescheduled date. And I originally bought tickets for the whatever show tonight, and then that got canceled. So I'm feeling a little personally attacked. I hope you're having some good lifetime, though.
I wanted you to look at the camera and go, and you know what you did.
You know it, yeah. You know exactly why I canceled, so that you couldn't see it. I hope you're having some good lifetime, though. Does that make sense?
Maybe the show, the network.
Also, it luckily means I discovered Daniel's Best Bet show tonight,
Hey!
which I'm sure will be, and by the time you read this, hashtag when is what, was amazing. I came down from Portland to Anaheim, LA for Disneyland's visit, family. LA for Disneyland and visit family for my 37th birthday.
Nice.
My sister, mom and dad, that's a weird name for your sister, came down from Washington State. The best ride is unquestionably Guardians of the Galaxy and California Adventure. We'll come right back to that. My mom hated it, but she went anyway, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I am so grateful to them for all making the trip down with me, even though Disney is not really my parents' thing, which takes me to the thing I always thought I'd write you about. A couple years ago at dinner with my parents, my dad for the first time opened up in a really personal way about feeling like I bring light into a room and that I fill up his heart in a really big way. Not to say I do this for anyone but my parents, but I remember feeling like a warm, radiant light of unconditional parental love was being shown on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're teaching me to read. Shown on me in a way I hadn't felt before. It made me tear up, and when I think back on it now, it still makes me feel capable and hopeful and positive about the world. It inspires me to try to love others in that way. Who do you feel this way about, and in what moments have you felt unconditional love? Love you both, and Lissa. Amy Anderton.
Anderton or Anderson?
I think it's Anderton. But if it is Anderson,
it's going to be in our hearts forever.
If it is Anderson,
she has to change her name.
I hope that's strike 3 for me. Amy Anderton. Let's go back.
Where do you want? I mean, you just went to Disney with the fam, right?
Rise of the Resistance is, to me, the best ride at Disneyland.
I haven't done it.
Oh, my God. You will love it. I already know you'll love it.
I cried.
It's great.
That's the Falcon?
It's so well done. No, there's 2. Wait, have you done them?
Haven't been since.
So the first one they came out with
2017.
was Smuggler's Run, where you get to be in the cockpit of the
It's like
Millennium Falcon.
like a real life video game.
And you
kind
get
of
assigned
like-
where you're at, and some
get
people get
assigned.
pissed. Some people get pissed about where they're at and who their crew is.
Oh,
Yeah.
when like a 4-year-old is the pilot, you're so mad.
But also it doesn't. It doesn't
kinda like that,
matter.
though.
It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter.
I think it matters to some people based on.
I don't. I will say I
No,
don't.
it doesn't
you.
ma-
No,
yeah,
I'm
it doesn't
saying.
matter at
I'm
all.
saying you know
Yeah.
that it does matter.
For
I do
sure.
not think Smuggler's Run is a very good ride. If you are a
But you should do
Star Wars. Fine. If you're a big Star Wars fan, then go do it. But it's not. You're not missing anything to never do it.
I thought it was very innovative.
Yeah,
I've never done anything really like that before. But after I was good with it. But then once Rise of the Resistance opened, I was like, oh.
Rise of the Resistance is, in many ways, this is how good of a ride it is. It got me excited to try to think of ideas for rides. That's how good it was as a ride.
Wow.
It's an experience. It's an experience.
Do you want to know any details of it?
Nope.
Okay.
You know me. Good question.
It's a good ride, and I think it's also the future of how rides will be.
Crafted
I will say
and create. Yeah.
It's funny because Elliot just asked me this the other day. Like, what was the favorite rides? We were reflecting back on Disneyland, and she was like, "What was your second favorite?" And it's the Mickey's Runaway Train ride. Which, have you been on that? Also new.
No.
I don't know the last time you've gone.
Is that in Toontown?
It's in Toontown. It's like the big Toontown ride now.
What, did it replace Roger Rabbit?
Roger Rabbit's still there. Actually, that's one ride I just now realized we didn't go on. Roger Rabbit's kind of over the inside. The Mickey one is like in what would be the fake theater.
I haven't done that one.
It is great. It's the same sort of idea as a ride as Rise of the Resistance.
Can you scratch an itch for me?
Yeah.
What's Bob Hoskins' character's name in Roger Rabbit?
I just.
And then he says his name. Come on. Also, the longer it takes us, the more we're driving.
We're not gonna
Pen
get it.
Pal's insane.
We're not going to get it.
Charlie?
No.
Frankie?
No. I just was watching. I was trying to get Elliot into it, and we were like, started it. And she was like, I don't watch this. You know what we are? It's, speaking of Star Wars, we're full on into like Star Wars. We've watched 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, what's the
We're
order?
about to
I
finish
always wonder.
So I asked Adam Jones, our friend from Tool,
who will definitely
tried to get on this show.
It's happening.
And Scott Moran. I asked them, what should I just do the order of how we all got
how they were
order.
released? Yeah.
And there was kind of a debate over it, and I was like, oh, this is actually a very intriguing debate. Like, what should the order be? Anyways, she was like, I really want to see one with Rey in it, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's go 4, 5, 6, 7, because I think also I told her as we started 7, I go, by the way, this is going to be very different. The technology of filmmaking is very different. Special effects are going to be different. I go, this will be different. I hated 1, 2, and 3 so much.
Really?
I understand that maybe there's a world where you need to watch them.
People 15 years younger than us love them.
Yeah. My favorite is Rogue One. That's my favorite Star
too.
Wars
Far
movie.
and away,
Yeah, she's
the best Star Wars
Tell me
movie.
you've watched Andor.
We haven't watched it. You know what's so funny, though, is in Return of the Jedi,
Rory,
when they blow up the Death Star again, Elliot goes, again? And I go, Elliot, it will always be the story. The story is always this big weapon.
Yeah.
And it's just
not a moon.
And I don't want to get people riled up. Honestly, I don't know that I care if I do.
Sure.
Why does it always have to be about building this massive weapon? And I think when people go, Empire Strikes Back is the best one, it's like, yeah, because you know what? There's no fucking Death Star for them to like have to blow up or be around. Like,
sure, yeah.
It was different.
Yeah.
It was such a different movie. Yeah. Also aesthetically, I think it's actually a really beautiful movie. But yeah, Rogue One is my favorite, and it does obviously still have to do with the Death Star. But I was like, it's finally not. I don't want to hear about fucking Skywalker. We get another character we're
Mads
just
Mikkelsen.
meeting. We get misfits. We've just starting to meet. I love it. I love it as a movie. Also, I think it ends perfectly, and the fact that it leads right into Episode 4 it's beautiful to me. It's a perfect movie.
What would you put
the Star Wars?
Would you put Peter Pan third then?
Peter Pan. We started each day with Peter Pan.
See, come on. What's that tell you right there?
Well, the good thing is, when you get in early. We didn't realize that the rush to get on Rise of the Resistance is truly like someone has opened a dam and the water of people
like the Lion King
rush. I mean,
wildebeest.
You see people eliminate their mature humanity to
and
claw
drag
at
their
you.
kids.
Drag. And so you just suddenly find yourself participating in this mad race.
Mob mentality.
You're just going. Yeah. And then we get there and I'm like, I was like, I think we're going to still be fine because I think we're even with all of these people, we're so ahead of the line. So we got in and like, you know, when you're going through all the zigzags, but you're going through them fast, I was like, oh man, if we can just if we get inside and we keep going through the zigzags fast, finally we got towards the end. I was like, oh, we got deep into this.
Yeah.
We're not going to be waiting very long, but truly that was insane. But we started at Peter Pan.
That's what I'm
each
saying.
day. We got like 5 rides in.
I love Winnie
with
the
the
Pooh.
early entry.
I still love Winnie the Pooh.
It's great.
I love that ride.
What's your favorite
ride?
And why is she wrong about Gardens of the Galaxy? That is a scary ride.
It's a good ride.
Listen, I don't think she's wrong. It's a great thrill ride, but it's about why you go to why are you going to Disney? If you're going to Disney, if you're a Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh person, or are you a Guardians Incredicoaster person?
This is not Guardians' fault, but it's always gonna feel repurposed. Like it's always gonna feel like
because it was Tower of Terror. Yeah,
and now you know what I mean. It's not their own ride.
Tower of Terror was one drop, right?
No, they did a few.
You did a bounce up and down like Guardians.
Yeah, but not as fun. Like I think
the music adds a lot.
The music is huge. I think it's. I mean, I really enjoy it. I do it every time I'm there. I think it's great. Did you do Radiator Springs?
Yes.
I think that's
also
that's the Cars ride.
Also a fantastic
I think that's
ride.
fantastic. And we're only talking about Disneyland, right?
Because this is all California Adventure.
Okay, because the ride of it's all too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the ride of the Banshee, the Avatar Pandora World at Disney World, in Animal Kingdom, is the craziest ride. Like it's insane.
Oh, okay.
So,
it's like if they took like a roller coaster and Soarin' and put them together. Yeah. And it's your own Soarin' screen. Yeah. It's wild.
So Harry Potter World in Universal Orlando,
which I just took my nephew.
Yeah, I was about to say has a different ride, right?
Yeah,
well, they just came out with a Hagrid roller coaster and the hype around it. Like people are saying like this is the best roller coaster I've ever been on. It is so special. It's really, really great.
Let's go this episode.
Let's go right now. Buy tickets. Get on a plane again.
Okay, what about the other part?
Wait, what is your favorite? Peter Pan?
Oh, if I just have to say Disneyland California Adventure?
Yeah.
Probably the clam chowder bread bowl soup right next to the margaritas.
I'll never forget that you couldn't. I would have gotten that, but you didn't remember where it was.
You saw people sweating and eating that? Mm-mm. That always blows me
What was the other thing that you asked me at the end? I was like, we just ate. I go, I think I just saw it in Radiator Springs. Like a mac and cheese.
Oh, the cone.
But I told you well before. You forgot.
You never said it was in Radiator Springs. And I'll never forgive you for that.
Well, come on.
Nah, not today.
I think my favorite ride might be the Cars ride. It feels really, really fun.
I ate so many churros.
You did?
Insane.
Did you do different kinds? You know they have special ones.
You know what? Right before you go into the park, they have one booth that has all of them. So you can get all the because you have to just kind of come across one.
From downtown Disney?
Between Disneyland and California Adventure, if you started heading back towards the parking lot, there's one kiosk, sort of, if you will,
that
food
has
stand,
all flavors.
It has all the flavors
at
right there,
Christmas,
and all the dips.
One of the cones at the Cozy Cone Motel in Carsland does a sugar cookie churro, and it's pretty fantastic.
They do just a really good sugar cookie there too, as well. Hey, did you have a Dole Whip?
What's up?
Come on,
I've had Dole Whip. It's good.
As far as like personal feeling, an immersion. I think I might have said this before.
What am I gonna do? Pretend it's pasta? Because it's not.
I just love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean's great.
Because they were like, what we can't do like with a ride, we can do with just immersion and atmosphere and aesthetic
and they
storytelling.
And you love that it's like kind of shitty. You love that it's kind of shitty.
It's Pirates and Haunted Mansion. I think both of those really embody what like the whole purpose of Disney was supposed to be, because they are like immersive.
You're in a new world.
Yeah, and so it's not a thrill. It's not a thrill ride. Like you're just experiencing a part of history or whatever that you don't experience on a regular basis. Did Elliot like Pirates?
Loved it.
Yeah.
And I got nervous because that first drop in the dark, I was like, oh, wait, I've never been on this ride. Is this kind of what it is?
Yeah.
And then we went down another one. I go, wait, this is great.
It's
and she wasn't freaking out, which is bizarre because that's the kind of thing she would freak out over. But that first drop is the best part of the ride when it's just like dead men tell no tales.
Yeah.
So good.
I just think it's like us too, like
they said
storytellers.
Dead men tell no tales.
That we all write and have ideas to like, and then also to the comedy part of me that's like, look at that dude's hat. the amount of look at that, like there's
the amount you can hear something new.
It's made for people who have attention problems.
When
like
the guy's in the well, getting dunked in the well, and his wife comes out the window and she's like, "Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be chicken." I'm like, "Oh my God, it's so good." Like, there's so much. It's so good.
They got the voice keeps saying "dead men tell no tales." Elliot goes, "We get it." She goes, "We get it."
She's got quite the commentary.
We get it. We got it.
Wait, well, should we try?
Unconditional love. You have 10 seconds. Yeah, I mean, I will say this. That's a great moment for your dad to open up.
He was drunk.
He was drunk at a restaurant. Too much Lambrusco.
Oh, I like the poll.
I think it's great, and I think it's important, and I think
they were at a Benihana.
Yeah, the chef's like,
and there were other people at the table.
He's trying to be quiet. He's like,
I think
like
this
the metal hitting.
He's doing the volcano. No one cares. He's like, stuff's landing in his hat. Other people at the table are like, I think this guy's trying to make amends to his daughter.
Dad is like, and I loved. Oh, something got in my. Oh, it's a shrimp.
Hey,
and the chef's like, ta-da.
No, after he finished saying how much he loved his daughter, the chef took credit.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Yeah, and you.
What if the chef did get him to open up his heart and he didn't even realize
the egg whites are a perfect heart.
Yes.
Yellow in the middle.
Yes.
You can eat this. It's an omelet. God, we got to take Elliot to Benihana so badly. Yeah, I mean, I feel this with my when just examples
Unconditional
of it. Like,
love.
I mean, for my daughter, it's easily there's certain people in your life, but just to name one, like my daughter, for sure. And opening up to her, I try it and do it all the time. I make it very clear.
Feel so good?
Probably where I'm doing it too much, but I say it so much to like know that she knows it.
But like I have this for many people. I feel very lucky in that regard. But one of the first that comes to mind is obviously my grandmother Rosemary, and
actually Rosemary's mine. So now you think about it.
Knowing that it feels so good to have unconditional love for someone, to know that they literally could ask anything of you at any time, and you're like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Like
it's
if Rosemary's, with her age and she's like, sometimes she's up. I'm like in the middle of the night. I'm like, just call me.
Yeah.
You call me whenever you want.
Yeah.
And I would say that to you, I would say it to my close friends as well.
Yeah.
But there might be a time when I just decide to keep sleeping. If she calls, I'm answering the fucking phone. Well, you've experienced it. You just didn't know.
It's strange because and this is gonna make you feel less, but
she calls you.
Rosemary said the same thing to me. She goes, "Rory, if you ever need to call, just call me anytime."
Really?
Like, Rosemary, you're the best. And she goes, "I'll never sleep through that." She goes, "I'm not like Daniel. I'm not gonna sleep through a call."
I like that she's giving you that light.
Amy, I love this that your dad said this.
Me too.
Don't ever forget
wonderful.
it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Tell him, and now it's your turn to do it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that. And
Anderton. Mr. Anderton.
You're wrong. You're wrong about Guardians of the Galaxy, and that is why I canceled my shows.
Strike 4.
Strike 4, Amy Anderton.
We're playing rec league softball rules.
We wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Rory Scovel
and Daniel Scovel.
And we're back, folks. If you're listening, and you are. You know you are.
But what am I?
Go to RoryScovel.com. I got a bunch of tour dates on there. And Physical Season 3, the third and final season of Physical, comes out on August 2nd. I think that's all I got.
Yeah?
But get on those dates. I'm going to be all over the Southeast and the Midwest, doing Milwaukee, Chicago, Omaha. I go down to Atlanta, various places, folks. Get on it.
I got a big announcement.
Okay.
I mean, I'm doing some great places, doing High Plains in September, doing Cap City in December, doing other great stuff I'm forgetting. But my big one is this.
Okay.
November 11th.
Oh, shit.
11/11.
Here we go, folks.
I'm recording my next album at the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, shit.
So you can get those tickets as soon as they go on sale, but put it in your calendar right now. now that you know that I think we're going to be shooting it. We're definitely recording it. What if we didn't
11.
record my album?
Just shoot it, but don't record it.
It's a Saturday night, 2 shows, the Lincoln Lodge, and probably a big after party for people who got that drip. People in the know. It'll probably be somewhere around. I'll just tell people what we're going to. What was that move?
Show my drip.
That's not how you do it.
I don't know how you do it then.
You looked like a bad beauty pageant winner in a parade.
But hot.
Well, obviously hot. I'm just talking about your form. I don't want you to ever do that again. That's strike one with me now. Strike one with me.
Daniel Anderton.
Daniel Anderton.
Hi, I'm Daniel Anderton.
For home insurance.
I was going to say it was going to be home related. I was with real estate. Buy a house through Daniel Anderton.
Everything will be promoted. Are we forgetting anything, Liz, that's important?
Not right now.
Okay.
And also just keep telling people to listen to this show.
Oh, yeah. Always rate, review, subscribe. I know you hear it a lot, but it actually
Really
is
time.
meaningful.
Yeah, we have new bosses. Our boss, Will, is really breathing down our necks
Will
now.
Ferrell's our boss now.
Yeah.
And he can be a pill.
Oh, also,
We call him Will the Pill.
I'm going to tease this. Some people have been like, love that you guys got ads. And I would say in our 6th year, so are we. And you're like, are you guys going to do an ad-free option? That will be, unless we've already said it. When's what, guys? That will look like it's going to be an option for you guys, but in kind of a bigger way than shows normally do that I think you'll appreciate and dig. I will tell you this. It'll be an option you have. It won't be a part of our Patreon. And I don't know if I can say anymore.
I don't know that you can say anymore either.
No, leave it at that. I love the mystery
But
of
people
it.
know.
Yeah. But just know some things are coming.
Yeah, we're doing our best over here.
We're doing the absolute best that we possibly can.
And if you're not in the Friday Watch
we
crew,
talked
you don't
about getting
appreciate it.
these on year 2. Here we are.
Which was our 3rd year.
That was our 14th year.
Okay.
You really don't get it.
all of a sudden, the cameras, we're older, wearing gold bracelets.
We made it.
Oh, that would be like our shining moment. You've always been here, Lissa. She hasn't aged. Okay. What do you want? This quick little note. I'll do the quick little note. Just because.
Food?
Daniel.
Como, to eat.
Rory and crew.
Is that right?
I work at this Italian joint in Kirkland on Lake Washington. Look at her.
Wait,
Why does she give a fuck?
She hates it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She just has a local enemy.
She hates
Tell
Italians.
people why you're freaking out, but I got to go fast. Tell them why you're freaking out.
Well, I'm from Kirkland, Washington.
Boo.
Boo.
I went to Lake Washington High School.
You hate Italians.
I work at Italian joint in Kirkland, Lake Washington. Would love to have you in whenever you guys are in town. I'm pretty sure I heard Rory say he has family in the area. If so, send them in. If you have trouble getting a reservation, let me know. Guys, that's the perk, dudes.
That is truly
Here's the
greatest.
PS that I'll get to. We'll save the rest just for ourselves, but I wanted to nod to Lissa's hometown. PS, if you... We don't have to ask him. We can leave this in. P.S. If you or anyone you care about does come in, don't sit on the couch in the lounge. Sometimes my daughters come in with me to the restaurant while I stock wine, and there is a strict don't sit on the couch policy. That's all I know. That's not even the letter.
I love that.
He can page us with that if he wants.
Now
Ready?
I kind of want to sit on the couch.
Me too. At least snort it, because it's probably Coke, right?
It's got to be Coke.
Italian Coke?
His kids do Coke.
Do you like Italian Coke? All right, here we go.
Answer him.
She's like, it smells good. All right.
By the way, you said Como.
Yeah.
That's the only Italian restaurant. That's the name of the only. Oh, does it say it on there?
That's
Is that
the
why you
place.
said it?
That's the place.
Oh,
Friday Watch
okay.
Crew.
Say it again. Wait, what were we going to say? That's the only Italian restaurant.
In Kirkland that I could think of, but when you said Como, I didn't know you said it because of that. I thought you were just saying the word for like eat.
So you know this place.
What are you in that Ben Affleck movie where he starts out with like 2 paper clips and a rubber band?
Daniel, look
It's
at
all
the
coming
postcard.
together for you?
That's the couch.
Seems fine.
Are you razzmatazz now?
Dude, I've got an idea.
Read that letter.
What is an idea?
What is a letter?
Okay, here we go. This is a bit of a saga.
Okay.
Howdy, Pen Pals crew.
Hey.
My name is Luke. I
Hey.
live in the Seattle... Yeah, I can't wait to hear your take on this. I feel like this could start either one of us doing a half hour.
Okay, here we go.
My name is Luke. I live in the Seattle area. So excited to see Rory live for the first time when he comes to town. So I have a confession to make. Something I did 4 years ago that I'm not proud of and never shared with anyone else. One night, my wife and I got into an argument. Can't remember about what. Guessing something stupid. Like, I love you. As my wife left the room, I slammed my... I know what you're doing. Is that the noise?
No, do your grandma.
No, it's his aunt. Or your grandma.
It's my grandma.
As my
And
wife...
honestly, when someone told her a secret, it was always like, she was like, and then she said she wasn't going to come back. It was like such a great accent.
You also a lot of times do this.
It was a great
do you know
accent to like
the
gossip.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
God,
you know what it
stirs
is?
the pot.
I'm saying it's a fire poker.
Yeah, and you go, ooh. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like breathing on the flame. Get that flame going. Okay. We got in an argument guessing something stupid. As my wife left the room, I slammed my phone on the table. Didn't think I slammed it down that hard, but boy, did the screen just shatter to shit.
Yes.
Instantly, I regretted my stupid action. Already in trouble for the fight, now add a broken phone to the mix. On top of this, my wife and I were leaving for Moab in 2 days, so fixing my phone the next day was important. If I tell my wife how I shattered my phone, it would make for a pretty terrible couple trip. So I kept it to myself, went to bed, and decided I would come up with a plan in the AM. The next morning, I managed to avoid my wife seeing my phone before she leaves for work. Now,
Cut back. Let me see your phone.
no, we're still fighting. Phone has nothing to do with
No,
this.
because we're fighting.
Right. Why do you say phone has nothing
She's
to
like,
do with
I
it?
just
Like,
made
that's
you
the name of the
breakfast
phone.
in sort of an olive branch. No, the fight continues.
Now,
She's like, my med schedule is on your phone.
too bad. That's what you get for fighting with me.
Then you end up dead.
Right. Hopefully not. You let me know, and I will tell you when to take your pills. It's my phone.
I'm off to Apple and or Google.
Right. Don't worry about what I'm doing today. What's this map that you drew out? Okay. She leaves for work. Now, that morning, Taylor Swift released a music video for You Need to Calm Down. Kind of a great.
Yeah. Taylor always knows when to drop.
Always. Although if I paid all the money people are paying and she doesn't sing our song, money back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Side note, we took our girls to see Taylor in Vegas back in March. Holy shit, what a great show. I put Radiohead at the Gorge 2001 and Tool at Tacoma Dome for Lateralis?
Yeah, Lateralis.
Lateralis tour ahead for personal favorites. But man, Taylor crushed it. Back to the story. This is all in here, Friday Watch Crew.
Wow, Tool, Radiohead, Taylor.
Well, he's saying they're above that.
The big
I don't know
three.
if she'd be third.
That's a crazy trilogy right there.
Kind of like Star Wars.
That's a holy trinity of music.
My older daughter is 7 at the time and loves Taylor Swift. A plan comes together. I come downstairs and put my phone on the ledge of our kitchen rack and play the video on full volume. My daughter, I'm such a dick. This is all written, friends. Rushes in from the other room and goes to grab my phone. I tell her no and go for the phone at the same time. As we fumble around for the phone, unfortunately, it falls to the floor. My daughter picks up the phone, sees the shattered screen. Oh no, Dad, I'm so sorry.
This guy.
I kneel beside her.
I better get a fucking free meal out of this. I've done nothing. I've earned nothing.
Right.
He owes me.
Right. He deserves to sit on the couch.
He better sit on the couch and feed me manicotti. Lissa's worst meal. Hates it.
Right.
I hope.
I say, or she says,
I hope
she screams,
somehow Italian food's her last meal.
Oh.
In some sort of context.
I'll have the fish. Oh no, Dad, I'm so sorry. I kneel beside her, put my arm around her, and calmly say, honey, accidents happen. It's just a phone. It can be fixed. I love you. I will say at this point, if I can interject, way better than him also not realizing what he's doing and go, you dumb bitch. Like, at least he knows you need to
At least
her.
he's realizing
He's
there are
not
traumatic
abusive.
consequences. I mean, there's a good chance.
Core memory?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Love you too.
There's a good chance.
It can be fixed.
There's a good chance.
I love you. I tell my wife this next sentence to me. I tell my wife what happened. My poor, sweet daughter corroborates the story. She doesn't know she's doing that. This is literally a Coen Brothers movie.
I love and hate this guy,
Okay.
which makes me think I'm going to go shrimp scampi to start.
Can we sit on the couch? We heard good things about the couch. My wife says I better go get it fixed before we leave the next day.
Moab.
I fixed my phone. Got a new one. No fuel added to the previous fight. We left the next day and had a great trip to Moab, just the two of us. Cue music. There it is. Now, how much of a piece of crap does this make me?
11.
Am I a terrible father? I was thinking you go 10? 10. Saga. Am I
went
a
11.
terrible father for letting my daughter take the fall?
Yes.
And my biggest question, do I confess at any point or do I take it to the grave? I'm thinking wedding speech.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a statute of limitations, not statue, for people who were like me till too late in life? Is there, and not now, I knew before now.
Yeah.
Is there a statute?
Well, that's because you were from the corps. You were in the Peace Corps.
You son of a bitch. It was Marine Corps, but still the same problem.
remember it.
But it's still the same problem. Is there, in front of a whole class, is there, in college, is there a statute? You love that too much. I told you that year after our first anniversary in our second year.
I love it?
Because like my confidence?
Because I also, I got to laugh going, it was almost a relief. I was like, oh, I would have done that. I would have been like,
100%.
Marine Corps. What the fuck?
But dude, I was doing a line.
And everyone would be like, Corps. And
I
I'd be
was
like,
doing a line, and
Right.
Ted Hurl, our acting teacher, a great Chicago actor, his husband's artistic director at the Goodman, has
Yeah.
to stop the scene to go, Daniel.
You're killing everyone. No
There-
one believes
and
you.
I look at people
because of this mistake.
right, and I'm looking at people in the classroom, and they're like, "Oh my god!" It's like when you're doing comedy and something's happening behind you and you don't know it. The worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
You're like, what's wrong off with you guys?
Oh, the vibe's
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
There's a fire.
Is there a statute of limitations on something like this? Like if I sit on it until like a wedding speech. Swear to God, I did not remember that, but I
That's
must
crazy.
have read it because I read it. So, but I didn't know that when I said it. I promise. Like if I sit on it until like a wedding speech, or if this is read, do I just show them the podcast? Hey, that worked for one marriage. My wife will be with me at the Seattle show if Rory wants to confess my sin for me. You walk out.
I would have to remember
You
it.
walk out and go, we got something to take care of in the room.
I
first."
barely remember my act, just so we're all clear.
Thanks for all the laughs and everything you cackling idiots do. Keep up the great work. Your pal, Luke. Okay to say my name. I hope so because we revealed where you work.
First
way
off,
early in this.
I'm going to check and see if I can come eat at the restaurant when I play Seattle.
I'm jealous.
Might not be able to.
I'm jealous. She
But my
couldn't
sister,
care less.
and her fiance would probably love to.
We've got an email.
I'm going to try to make it happen. I get it.
Where is this? Where is this man who's a father
Here's what I think.
with a daughter?
The
who
lie-
probably gets in fights and says, "What were we even fighting about? Damn it!"
I know all the time, and it's always my fault. And I'm conceding that.
Yeah.
And also, I'm offering that up. I'm offering up that was my fault.
You're like Jim Belushi in that show that everyone loves.
You know what I do? I go into an argument,
According to Jim.
and I know very early into the argument that I don't want to be in the argument, that I'm not right about the argument, and I just dig my heels in.
Oh, you do?
I'm better now.
I thought you would be
I'm
more of a
better
Zach
now.
Morris. Zach Morris time out and be like, how about we just step away from this?
I wish.
But you have that
I used
gear.
to be
You have that
awful.
gear.
I've gotten better. I'm still a lunatic. I'm just a lot. I'm a lot. And I don't want to be, but I am.
Sure.
But what I can't deal with, and this is my all of my opinion on it are just based on the involving the kid, because
Yeah, you could have involved her on her way to work.
I've
Oh,
been,
babe, don't sweat it. In fact, I forgive you for the fight.
I relate this to my own daughter because I know that she's very similar to me. But I took a lot. Like when I was a kid, if I hit a thing and it broke, and it was
You
because of
fucked up.
me.
Yeah.
And I will admit I don't understand this whole. Jordan believes that I am an empath. I don't know that I subscribe to it. I think people just have compassion for each other. I don't
think-
know that it's this overall.
I think the nature of what we do that is a quality of it.
It's a maybe. And I'm not
Feeling
saying
a
it's like,
room.
oh, I felt their emotions. Like, it also could be concocted on my own. Oh, you must feel this way because that's how I would feel. You know what I mean?
Sure. Either way.
But as a kid, moments like that would crush me, and I couldn't just easily let them go to the point where they are core memories, and I like that. Some of that stuff still affects me to this day, 30, 40 years later. Not 40, but 30
But
years
you can
plus
feel that
years
emotion.
later. Feeling that emotion, and I can see that sometimes in my daughter. And so I could not know that I involved her going, oh my God, I broke your phone and I feel bad and you had to go get the phone and you had to do that. Like, even if someone looked at me and goes, no, hey, it's totally fine.
Sure.
I can't look past that. You might have had something you wanted to do and my actions have altered that path and that schedule. I can't look past that. As a kid, I couldn't look past it. So involving the kid for me would be tough because I am a human being with feelings. However, lying to the wife, no issue. Absolutely
So if
fine.
this letter had been, I let my wife think she accidentally cracked my phone, you'd be like, who cares?
Who cares? She's an adult.
I'm gonna hope she probably did it on purpose anyway.
I would say, in my own personal opinion, I would say maybe
Luke.
confess. I think
When?
confess.
When?
How long has it been?
4 years.
Oh, you're fine. You're in the clear.
She's 11 now.
You're in the clear.
Really?
I think you're in the clear.
You don't want to wait till it could be a time that your daughter thinks that you're just a goofy idiot versus it at 11 it also can leave another impression on
she
her.
might think that other
Now
things
I
are
can't
lies.
trust you.
See,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
that's a good
where I
point.
was at.
That's a good point.
Because the damage has already been done, so to speak. Like, the daughter already thinks that she had a part in that.
Right.
Right.
So wait until
to me,
as an adult, when you become a little more of a peer with your parent.
Exactly.
Right.
They're not a god
Yeah.
anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
To me, it's either wedding speech or just casually at a bar in Destin, Florida. like where you guys are there for a week and you're like, you want me to tell you something?
And
you're both
beer.
a little drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'd be like, you fucking did what?
I'm
then go to
changing
her.
my answer. I'm changing my answer. You're right.
And then go to her. Tell her first, and then go, do we tell your mom?
Yeah.
And then how much of a conspirator does she really want to be?
Here's what I think. And hear me out. And I know this is going to sound like crazy.
Okay.
I think tell the wife first.
I was thinking that too.
Tell the wife first.
I think you could tell the wife
Wait,
now.
10 years?
Yeah. No, right
now?
I'm saying
But
you could
what
tell
if
the
your
wife-
wife is like, we are telling our daughter right now, and you're like, I don't think that's a good idea. Now it's out of your hands.
But here's
this
the
is where
thing.
this is where it becomes a Coen Brothers
But
movie.
he-
That's
hear
not
me
the
out.
plan.
Hear
That
me
wasn't
out.
the plan, man.
Hear me out. Tell your wife right before you climax during sex. Okay, that was it.
I know, I'm trying to think of the
idea.
quickest way. The quickest way to be like, right before we went to Moab, I broke my phone. Oh. And she goes,
Get all that out.
and she goes,
She's like, what?
"Ooh."
What?
Oh.
Or she's like, I've known the whole time.
Right.
Wait, did he
And then in the
say-
script it says sigh, and it doesn't. Is she sighing
Sigh. They
like
go to bed.
Yeah.
I bet you he tells the wife, and she goes, we've both known the whole time.
that
the
she
daughter
already
has
knew.
no idea. You know the daughter
If
has no
you-
idea.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
what
it
if
would
that's
be great? It would be great.
If you tell the wife, Rory, at your show, and then
That's one of the options.
swear her
But you
to
won't remember.
secrecy,
I wouldn't remember.
tell her not to tell the kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the room. Mm-hmm. In the
'Cause
room.
then
Or
she
let
has-
the audience decide. But put that
fun.
kid's emotion at the crux of drinking people at a comedy club.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, kids come to my shows. Could you imagine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I-
I've
did
thought
I-
about it before.
Did I tell you about Burlington? My act, 9-year-old in the crowd.
yeah.
I didn't know. After the show, waitress comes to the green room. She goes, crazy that kid was here. And I go, what kid? She was like, there was like a 9-year-old kid in the back with his parents. And I was like, why was that the case? And she was like, I don't know. Anyways, it was till you got to this joke. That's when the mom was like, we're leaving. And she's like, the dad stayed. He's a big fan. I was like, none of this is okay.
I also hope Luke knows his audience, because when I think about my nephews, and you were thinking about Elliot,
Good point.
I have nephews that this would break their heart,
Yep.
and I have other nephews that wouldn't think about it 2 minutes
They
later.
think it's funny.
Especially if I was like, "Don't sweat it, it happens." Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of other ones that would be like, I just feel so bad. You know,
I
like,
know.
it's fine,
I
dude.
know,
It's
I
fine.
know, I know.
So Luke knows that his daughter was like, it's not my fault. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Luke, you got to know your audience.
Hopefully he did. She didn't give a shit.
Wait,
so where we land on this?
I also or tagliatelle. I wonder what the menu is.
10 years. I'm saying 7 to 10 more years before you tell anybody.
The kid's now 11.
Or never. Who cares?
If the wife can be cool.
It's not a family.
It's been 4 years and he wrote this letter.
I'm telling him.
Someone cares.
I'm willing to say you don't have to care. It's a fucking
He
cell phone.
fucking cares.
No one thinks about this.
He cares.
If your daughter was showing that she was still thinking about it, then I'd be like, yeah, you have to tell. But then you'd have to tell right away as an amends sort of deal.
When I was 5 years old, I was at my grandma and grandpa's
Like
house,
us.
and I broke a glass, a little water glass. And it was a total accident. I set it down on the counter wrong. It fell over. It broke.
And it was Luke's fault.
Total little kid accident. My grandparents were fine with. They were like, "This stuff happens. That's okay. Use both hands." Blah 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 blah.
Oh, they sing song talk all the time.
So
Everything
It's
sounds like
okay.
this.
Go
It's
to
okay. It's all right with us.
I have never
3 more
forgotten.
I'd rather get yelled at.
It was. Did you know you did that in Halloween 3, Halloween Town? 3 more days till Halloween. Okay, I'm sorry for whoever happened to them. What just happened in my head? Keep going.
I
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Put that on a
bracelet.
on a wrist drip. Stop that.
I have not forgotten the fact that I did that. I still feel
You were mortified.
bad about it. It was devastating to me, and
Right.
to hear, and it was just a glass.
Yes.
I'm thinking if I broke a phone, like something expensive and
Yes.
something that I'd be heartbroken. And so to know if someone told me today that I actually wasn't responsible for that glass, I would have a weight lifted. So it's all about your audience. It
Interesting.
really
I'd
is.
be
Like
baby
if
girl, don't
Well,
sweat
Luke,
it.
there you go.
There's cell phones. Someday you're gonna be any age in your 20s or in college, and your phone's gonna be broke all the time.
totally.
So don't worry about it.
But if
Of
they do it
course.
when they're drunk at a bar in Destin, like Daniel wants, you know who Luke's going to be like, lying is fine. Like he's a little too
many
over the edge.
painkillers.
Yeah.
And I mean the drink, not
How
the
many
pill.
lies I've told? This one is this is a low level lie. She's like, what does that mean? I've murdered people.
All right, Luke. Well, 2 out of 3 of us have barely any reason to be in Kirkland, but those 2 will be the most likely to come to your restaurant.
That's right.
Thank you for this letter. Cannot wait to hear the feedback and the page.
Can't wait.
Tell us what you decided to do, especially if it's sit on it for 7 to 10 years, like I suggest.
Yep.
And make it a joke. We wish
Yep.
you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Daniel Van Kirk and
Rory Van Scovel.
I'm not gonna fucking walk out there and have a moment where I don't know what's happening on this show.